Namaste. Welcome to the lecture series on the subject Basic Thermodynamics. This is Module 5, Part 2, Real Gases. So myself, Dr. N. Satish Kumar, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineering, Canara Engineering College, Bantwal. So this is a continuation of the Part 1, Ideal Gases. So lecture number 11. So the contents for this topic are Introduction, Van der Waals equation of state, Van der Waals constants, Beatty-Bridgman equation. So the gases which follow the gas laws at all ranges of pressures and temperatures are considered as the ideal gases. So this is what we discussed and studied in the part 1 of this module. And an ideal gas always obeys the perfect gas equation, PV is equal to RT, and it has constant specific heat capacities. So now let us understand what is meant by real gas. The real gas does not obey the ideal gas law, that is PV is equal to mRT. This is mainly because of the intermolecular forces being considered, and also the volume occupied by the gas molecules are also considered here. So these real gases, they follow the gas laws like Van der Waals equation of state and Beatty-Bridgman equation state, etc., wherein the intermolecular forces and the volume occupied by the gas molecules are considered, and proper correction has been introduced in the equation PV is equal to mRT. From these gases, Cp and Cv, for these gases, Cp and Cv are assumed to be functions of temperature. So what we do in case of ideal gases, we assume that Cp and Cv are constants and they doesn't change with respect to temperature, whereas in case of real gases, Cp and Cv are assumed to be functions of temperature. But change in internal energy and enthalpy are not only function of temperature, so they, in addition to that, so there will be some additional terms also included. A real gas is a gas having force of intermolecular attraction. So as you know, at very low pressure, when I say very low pressure, you should know that it is with respect to the critical pressure, and similarly at very high temperature with respect to the critical temperature. So the real gases behave nearly the same way as that of the perfect gas. But at high pressure and at low temperature with respect to the critical pressure and temperature, the deviation of the real gases from the perfect gas relation is very much appreciable. These conditions must be observed carefully, otherwise it lead to errors in calculations resulting from inappropriate application of the perfect gas law. Due to these facts, numerous equations of states for real gas have been developed, maybe based on the analytical, which is based on the kinetic theory of gases, or maybe empirical, derived from the experimental data. So these equations, so they make room for the corrections and minimize the errors. Now let us come to the first equation of state, which incorporates the corrections and suits for the real gases. In deriving the equation of state for perfect gases, it is assumed that volume occupied by the molecules of the gas in comparison to the volume occupied by the gas is neglected, and also the force of attraction between the adjacent molecules is very small, and hence the molecules of gases are molecular forces are neglected. So this is what we do in usual derivation of the perfect gas equation. At low pressures, where the mean free path is large compared to the size of the molecules, these assumptions are quite reasonable. But at high pressure, where the molecules come close to each other, so these are far from the correct. Okay. Now the Van der Waals equation introduces the terms to take into account of these two modifying factors into the equation of state for the perfect gas. So there are two corrections, or the two terms are introduced to take into account of the two factors discussed above. So the Van der Waals equation of state is given by P plus A by V square into V minus B is equal to RT. You can now see in place of PV is equal to RT, you have some corrections involved or added to the equation for P for the term P as well as for the term V. Or if you rewrite this expression, you will get the expression for the pressure using van der Waals equation of state as P is equal to RT by V minus B minus A by V square. Here P is the pressure, V is the volume per unit mass, that is the specific volume, and R is the gas constant. Here A and B are the constants for any one gas, means it varies from gas to gas. So A and B are the constants, but they are not the universal constants, so it varies from the gas to gas, which can be determined experimentally. The constants account for the intermolecular attractions and the volume occupied by the molecules, that is nothing but the size of the molecules, so which we considered or assumed to be non-existent in case of ideal gas. So whatever we neglected or assumed to be non-existent, so now we are considering that, and this van der Waals has introduced two terms, constants A and B, to make room for the consideration of the intermolecular forces and also the volume occupied by the molecules. The term A by V square accounts for the intermolecular forces, that is the force of cohesion, and the term B was introduced to account for the volume occupied by the molecules, which is called as co-volume. If the volume of 1 mole is considered, see, if the gas is considered to be 1 mole, so then volume of 1 mole has to be taken into account. So then we write the equation of van der Waals equation of state as P plus A by V bar square into V bar minus B is equal to R bar into T. So here P is Newton per meter square, V bar is meter cube per kg mole, R bar is which is the value is 8.314. Okay, here it is I use a pen here. Okay, 8 R bar is equal to 8314 Newton meter per kg mole degree Kelvin, or R bar is equal to 0.083143 bar meter cube per kg mole degree Kelvin, and A bar in Newton meter to the 4 per kg mole square, whereas B is the unit of B is meter cube per kg mole. Okay, now let us find out the van der Waals constant in terms of critical properties. Now the determination of this constants A and B of the van der Waals equation of state is based on the fact that the critical isotherm on a PV diagram has a horizontal inflection point at the critical point. So this you might have studied in mathematics. What is this critical isotherm having a horizontal inflection at a point? Now because of this, as a characteristic of that, the first derivative and second derivative of equation P with respect to V, you can see here, so at the critical point must be 0. That means you have to write the expression for P from the van der Waals equation of state, and you have to find out the first derivative, then second derivative, and equate it to 0, and then try to express the constants A and B in terms of critical properties. That means del P by del V at T is equal to Tc is 0, and del square P by del V square at T is equal to Tc is also 0. So let us take the van der Waals equation of state and write expression for P as P is equal to RT by V minus B minus A by V square. Now for the first derivative of this, C is nothing but minus RT by V minus B whole square plus 2A by V cube. So all of you try yourself and do this. Similarly, the second derivative is del square P by del V square at T constant temperature is equal to 2 RT by V minus B whole cube minus 6A by U to the power 4. Now at critical points, the above equation reduces to minus RT by V minus B whole square plus 2A by V cube is equal to 0, and the second derivative 2 RT by V minus B whole cube minus 6A by U to the power 4 is also equal to 0. Now we have the equation 1, P is equal to RT by V minus B minus A by V square. If you write for critical pressure and temperature, so it is PC is equal to RTC by v minus b minus a by v square. Now dividing equation 2a by equation 2b and simplifying, we get b is equal to vc by 3. Similarly, if you substitute for b in equation 2b, and if you solve for a, so you will get a is equal to 9 RTC by 9 RTC into Vc. So this is how you have to express the b and a in terms of critical properties. Now substituting these expressions for a and b in equation 2c, and if you solve for Vc, so you will get Vc as 3 RTC by 8 Pc. So Vc is expressed in terms of critical pressure and critical temperature. Now substitute this Vc in the expression for a and b. So if you substitute for expression for b, so you will get it as RTC by 8 Pc, and if you substitute for expression for a, you will get it as a is equal to 27 by 64 r square Tc square by Pc. Now you can see b is expressed in terms of critical temperature and pressure, as well as a expressed in terms of critical temperature and critical pressure. So this is how you have to find out the constants a and b of the van der Waals equation of state. Now let us study the Beatty-Bridgman equation. So this equation was proposed in the year 1928, and this equation has 5 experimentally determined constants. You can see van der Waals equation of state has 2 constants, whereas this equation has 5. Here the terms with the horizontal line at the top, like V bar. So these terms indicate the that the properties are on the molar basis. So here the pressure is in kilopascal, V bar, this is V bar, is in meter cube per kilomole, T is in Kelvin, Ru is 8.314, right? And the pressure as per the Beatty-Bridgman equation is given by P is equal to Ru T V bar square divided by V bar square into 1 minus C. This is V bar into T cube, okay, that is V bar into T, that's touching, okay, into V bar plus B minus A by V bar square. Now here A is equal to A naught into 1 minus A by V bar, and B is equal to B O or B naught into 1 minus B by V bar. With this I conclude this lecture, and will continue with a few more theory topics of this chapter in the next lecture. Thank you.